Hello, hello, hello. How are you? I hope you're good. My name is Witness Mtaka. I am a businessman, a property investor, as well as the author of It's More Than Just Money, a guide to escaping the rat race and building generational wealth. Now, as usual, I want to have a conversation with you, but just remember to click on the subscribe button, click on the notifications button so that you don't miss any of our videos, so that we can constantly engage with each other and have these conversations that I think can be helpful to a lot of us. Now, I want to talk to you today. I want to talk to you today. I was something very important. Sorry, I got carried away there. So I want to talk to you about raising your standards, the importance of having high standards, right? And how they protect us from certain environments. It's very important for you and me to have standards. You know, if you think about anything that you've ever accomplished in your life, most of the time it had nothing to do with the fact that you had goals around the thing or that you set a goal to achieve it, right? Everything had to do with the fact that you have a standard that you have set for yourself. For instance, someone could have a standard that says, I don't drink alcohol, period. That's the standard that they set for themselves. Now, whether this person knows it or not is irrelevant, because it is a standard. His standard is, I don't drink alcohol. Now, and you think of other people that have great shape or great bodies, right? That person's standard is, I exercise daily. His goal might not necessarily be, I need to exercise 5 times a week. His standard might be, I exercise daily, and therefore, as a result of him exercising daily, he's got the great shape and the great body, right? Whereas a lot of people might make resolutions in the new year and say, my goal for the year is to have a great looking body so that I can go to the beach in summer, right? And another person comes, the same person I'm talking about, and says, I just want to exercise daily. So that person's standard is that every single day he's going to go to the gym, right? He doesn't even have to have a goal around it. It's just that it's something that he does daily, right? And another person might say, actually, in addition to me going to the gym daily, I'm actually not going to eat any fatty foods. That's a standard. I'm going to eat proper food. It's a standard that you've set for yourself. Now, have you ever thought of the times where you ran out of some money, right? Or your budget was low and there was an emergency at home, right? Or a friend that you love dearly had an emergency. And either your family or your friend needed some money, and you are able to help those people out, even though you yourself were in a financial situation. Has anyone ever gone through that? It's mainly because of the standards that you have. Your standard maybe is that no matter what happens, I'll always be able to help my family. That's a standard. So if something happens at home, your mother needs more money, your mother needs extra money for something, because you've set the standard that you will always help your mother when she needs money, right? You are able to come up with the money somehow. Right? In South Africa, we've got something that we call black tax in the black community, right? So what usually happens is that a young person might graduate from university, and because their parents raised the person and the person probably comes from poverty, right? There's usually the thing of wanting to give back to their family. So the young person would want to build their mother a house or take their siblings through school. Now, when they are done with university, it doesn't necessarily mean that the young person has got a lot of money. It just simply means the young person has a new set of standard that says, no matter what happens, I'm going to build a house for my mother. That's a standard that they've set for themselves. Now, it might sound like it's a goal, but it's a standard. And the standard that the person has set is the one that pushes them to save money on a monthly basis because they've got that standard to meet for themselves, right? So the standard would be, I save half my salary because I'm going to build a house for my mother. Or I will take half my salary or a quarter of my salary and use it to take my 9 siblings through school, right? It might sound like, wow, how did this person achieve that? But they mainly were able to achieve it because of the standard that they set for themselves. Now think about it. Imagine if the same person had set a standard that I make no less than 1 million rands every year. It's a standard. Sounds like a goal, but it's a standard that says I make no less than that. No less than 1 million, that's my standard. So probably maybe no less than 85,000 rands monthly. That's the person's standard, right? So because of the standards that we have, right, our lives function in a certain way. So if your standard is every morning you go buy what we call vetkoek in South Africa, or magwinya, or pancakes, or donuts, or muffins every single morning, that's your standard. You walk to the place where these things are sold and you eat them every day, right? Probability is that in a few years, you'll probably gain weight. Now, you're not gaining weight because of anything else other than the standard that you set for yourself that says, I eat certain food every single morning before work. Now, that is the importance of standards and how they shape our lives and how they direct how our lives eventually turn out to be. You know, so for instance, my standard obviously will be I invest in property yearly. So every year there has to be a deal that I'm doing. Now, of course, now I do a lot of deals in the property space, right? But the standard started by being I do at least 4 deals a year when I started. 4 deals a year. So that means whether I'm flipping a property, whether I'm buying, renovating a property to rent it out and to refinance the property and to repeat the process, it's my standard. I have to do that because that's the work that I do, right? Whereas a lot of people would say, nah, as long as I've got one house, I live in it for 20 years, I raise my kids, they'll go to university, I'll have grandkids, I'll still be living here. The person might not realize it, but that's a standard too. So standards are not necessarily linked to the high things in life only. Every single day we set standards for ourselves with the people that we keep around us, with the friendships that we have. So I hope this has been helpful. Click on the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are. And let's continue to have an engaging conversation. If you haven't subscribed, please click on the subscribe button, click on the notifications button, and let's have a chat. I'm looking forward to chatting to you again in our next video. Peace out.